Okay, today's date is 4/7/2018. We're here at the Evansville Red Cross building, and we're interviewing Russell McLead. And he is a veteran of the U.S. Army. And he's going to tell us what day he was born, and then where he joined his service, where he went to school. When were you born there, Russell?
April 12, 1933.
And what city?
Evansville, Indiana.
And then you went to grade school and Central High School here?
No, I went to K school.
K school, that's way out on the east side.
Yep.
And then high school, Bossy. So he's a Bossy Bulldog here. All right. Graduated from high school?
Yes, sir.
What year?
1953.
So 53, right past the Bossy Bulldogs won Evansville City basketball in 44, 45, then 62. So you're a little between those guys.
Yeah.
So then after you graduated from Bossy, then did you go in the Army or did you do something before?
No, they drafted me.
They drafted you because that was during the Korean War. You got to speak up here. Okay, that's during the Korean War.
Yes, sir.
So you were drafted, and so where did you go in boot camp, and then where did you go after that?
I went to St. Louis, Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, Florida, Missouri.
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, then where?
Then I went to New York and shipped out overseas to Schwetzingen, Germany.
What city?
Schwetzingen, Germany.
Schwetzingen, Germany. So what kind of ship did you go on? Just a troop transport, or you
I
know?
went to a first size. I done forgot the name of the ship. I got a picture of it though.
Pretty big ship?
Yeah.
And took a bunch of you and then dropped you off in Germany. Is that northern part of Germany? The Baltic Sea?
Around Heidelberg, Germany.
Yeah. And then what'd you do once you got over to Germany? What was your job over there?
I was a mechanic in the motor pool.
So lots of Jeeps and trucks. You take care of like a deuce and a quarter.
Yeah, deuce and a quarter, Jeep, 3/4 ton.
And so you were essential because those things would break down left and right. You had to change your oil, grease them, tires, everything. So everybody depended on you, otherwise they didn't have any wheels.
That's why I took them out of mechanics, because I took mechanic arts here 2 years in my high school education.
That was right behind North High School. Guys that did that had a lot of mechanical experience. A lot of them trained in the wars, and a lot went to Bucyrus area and other places here in Evansville. But you got some mechanical training, that's why they put you in that.
They put me in a motor pool.
You felt pretty comfortable doing that too, I'm sure. So then how many years were you in Germany?
I was in there 54, all the whole year of 54 and part of 55.
Yeah. And then you came back home after that, and then got out of the service?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do for a living over here?
Well, I picked up a job with George Cook's son in the rod iron. They made these TV tables and stuff like that.
So you're
finally went to mechanic arts again and took up arc welding. From arc welding, I went to Birch Plow Works, which is not in business anymore.
out by the airport, but
I left that one. I went to Hans Incorporated and helped make lawnmowers and highboys. From there, finally that went out of business. So finally, I lit up delivering furniture in 1980, in the early 80s.
But all those talents, it looks like mechanical arts at North or mechanical arts in town helped you, and then all your experience with mechanics in the Army got you at George Cook, got you at Hahn, or got you at Birch Plow and got you at Hahn. Those are all important talents that the service probably honed your tools down, fixing all those Jeeps and probably deuce and a quarters. You didn't fix any tanks or anything over there?
No.
Just Jeeps and deuce and a quarters, mostly? That's what you'd see? Yeah. What was your most unique experience in Germany that you can remember the most?
Well, I hate to say it with alcohol.
Yeah, a lot of that over there. A lot of that, they're pretty heavy on that. But were you scared of the Russians? Because they had a lot of the tanks over there, and that's what we were really doing is it was a Cold War, and you were probably scared of the Russians to some degree. Their tanks, they had a ton more tanks than we did. Did you ever see any of their tanks? Did you ever see the Russians?
No.
Yeah.
They dug up some stuff out of the ground, though, at that post I was at in Germany.
Yes.
Dug up a tank out of there, a small tank out of the ground.
Wow.
Where the Germans had it buried.
Wow.
In fact, my mother's side of the family was from Germany, my grandfather.
Huh. What was that name? What name was that?
Jurgens.
Jurgens. Jurgens. Joergens. Yeah. Well, you're an Evansville native, Bossy Bulldog, and Kay's school. Thank you for joining this honor flight. You and your daughter are going to have a good time in the honor flight. I've been on it and see a lot of memorable things. I think the World War II, and they've got the Korean exhibit, Vietnam, and then you got the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Going to see all those things, but seeing them in person is really is a pretty good experience. So you'll like it. It's May 5th, and we've got something down at the Coliseum on May 3rd. That'll be Thursday night. Have a dinner there, and they'll introduce a lot of things. It'll be nice for you to come down there. You'll have a good time, and I'll probably see you there.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, other statements you want to say for the younger generation, or what do you think about this younger generation, what they should do for our freedom, for patriotism, and for the United States Service Corps?
Well, I think that some of these younger ones would probably be better if they had a military training and time in the military to go through basic training, and might help out the things, as far as the things that go on every day in the United States. It should be give them something to keep them being in trouble.
Yeah, in Israel they have most people go into service for 18 months, and a lot of people have told me that it would teach our younger generation a little more about discipline.
That's right.
That the years that you were in there, that discipline helped you, do you think, when you got out of there after Bossy? Even though you were trained out of Bossy and mechanical arts, you probably got even more training when you're in the Army to some degree. You had to respond to somebody, you had to say yes sir, no sir, and you had to grow up.
Yep.
How much did you grow up during that period of time?
Probably quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service, Russell, and glad your daughter brought you, and she'll take you to the episode on the Coliseum, and also then to Washington, D.C. You'll have a good time. I've been there.
Okay.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
This first car is a Model A that Russell's been working on for a few years. Russell, tell me about that Model A and how many years you worked on it. And you got a lot of your talents from working over in Germany. Tell me about the Model A and what you've done with it.
Well, first of all, my father bought this car.
Speak up there to it. Speak up.
Well, one thing is my father bought the car brand new in 1930 and drove it home to Evansville from Indianapolis. And also I done a lot of mechanical work on it. I even courted my wife in it in 1952.
Okay, show the next one. Now put that up there. Okay, that's another car. That's a
76 Mercury.
76 Mercury. Tell me what you did on that. That looks in pretty good shape.
A lot of work on it too to keep it going. I still drive it every day, and it's licensed.
So you still drive that every day?
Yes, sir.
And you keep that up? You still do the work on it, or you got somebody else doing it?
No, I got somebody to help me, and also I do some of it myself.
Okay, the next car here is a big truck. What about this truck?
49 Ford pickup truck.
And did you buy that new?
No, I bought it secondhand and redone it.
Okay. So a lot of this mechanical expertise came from actually over in Germany too. So these are real treasures here.
Yeah.
I think that's excellent. But we're losing some of that mechanical expertise now. Everything's a computer now. You open up the car and you got to know about computers instead of cars.
I don't have that stuff on them. I don't know nothing about it.
That's all right. We need people.
I'm green at that.
That's okay. We need what you got.
Because these cars, I know them with the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
I know what they expect and what they need done to them to keep them going.
Well, all that training I think at Mechanical Arts plus the Army, got a lot of practice for 3 years in the Army. Okay. Well, thank you, Russell.